Alright guys, welcome back. If you watched my video on the Prime Weld 50, you can see where I cut this wing off of my hitch. And I went ahead, I dropped that thing a while ago. I went ahead and cut the other one off as well. You can see over here. Ground it down, and I went ahead and cut me two 3/8 inch plates. They already had the hole in it. That's the reason I chose those, so I didn't have to re-drill a hole. So what we're going to do is where the plate used to be right here and the pin, we're going to drop down a few inches and put the pin, put the plate here, and put the pin on the inside. Makes it a little more difficult to have to hook up from the inside, but I know with it being on the inside it's not going to be too wide. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to figure out where we want to mount this thing. I don't want it all the way down like that. I want it where I can get a good bead on the back end, the back side here. And now I'll just need to figure out where up here I need to grind this paint line off. And these marker pins I got are good for raw steel. Ain't worth a damn for paint. But I'm gonna guess somewhere right in that area right there. We'll grind this paint down. And we'll have to make sure we get these oriented in the same direction. They're kind of a mate. So if I put this one on here with the long side going to the front, I got to do the same thing over here. So, I'm thinking somewhere in this area right here. I'll go ahead and I'll grind this paint line off, and we'll be ready to start tacking it in. Alright, so got it ground down, and I'm putting there's a short side and a long side. I'm going to put the long side to front. This has got powder coat on it. It's a little bit difficult to cut with this plasma torch to this powder coat, but it did fairly decent. I could have done better if I could have not had to freehand some of it. I didn't freehand this side or this side, and it did a lot better. I had to actually put something up there. But find my, so now we need to get this where we want it. Get it tightened up. Now, it ain't got to be perfect. That's the good thing about being a farm type implement, is that you don't have to have everything to the micrometer. It's just got to be functional. I think right there, I'd like to get a little lower on this weld right here, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. Got the long side up. Now we're ready to tack it. I'll do this side, and then we'll tack that one in, and then I'll weld it up. So hopefully this thing won't be in my way. I'm going to turn the heat up on this. Actually, I'm going to go DC positive. I'm going to crank the heat up on these electrodes to about somewhere around 100. These are big. They're bigger than an 1/8 inch electrode, so it takes a little bit more power to get them going. And we're welding, I'm guessing this is 3/8 inch plate steel. little tack right in here. I may have to turn these amps up a little bit. I think that's tacked in pretty well right there. And we'll go ahead and grab this one and do the same thing. I should put my plasma cutter and cut this little notch off my table here. This thing's kind of in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tape measure and just measure how high that hole is off the top of that. So we don't have to be perfect, but we want to be fairly close. Let's make it look better. So we're looking about an inch and 3/4 to the bottom of this hole. And so I need to drop this thing down about 1/4 of an inch. Pretty darn close right there. Pretty close. Looks pretty good. I guess we're ready to start tacking. I always wear gloves when arc welding because I had a bad accident when I was younger. And I was welding barehanded, and apparently the thing quit being grounded, and I was grounded, and I got the full force of it, so it didn't feel good. Let's set y'all back. Yeah. Damn, hit on much today. I don't know if that got it or not. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up to about 120. And take this clamp off here. I'll go ahead and start with that one so I can use this other one as a ground. And we'll just weld this thing on in. Still need a damn chipping hammer or something. I used to have one out here. But I think I took it out to the other shop, and now even my thing here is about messed up, about wore out. I'm not going to bore y'all with all the welding details here, so I'll bring it back when I get it welded up, and we'll take a look at it. It may be where I can actually put the pins here, but I ain't sure yet until I get it back on the tractor. Alright guys, got it all welded up, and of course I'm no professional welder, so don't judge the welds, but I think I got it pretty decent. And right now I'm going to leave them sticking each side. If I have to, I can put them in the middle. It's just easier to hook up with them on the outside. But so good thing I went ahead and cut that side piece off so I'd have room right there. But like I said, if it don't work, we'll swap them around. And I welded this thing all the way around, and even on the inside. You've seen where I videoed that part. I made double passes on the back. It looks like shit, but I think I just ain't got this 6011 dialed in just yet. I turned it up, I turned it down. When I had it turned up to 120, I was burning through this 3/8 pretty easily. And I didn't really want to burn it out, so what I was doing, you see down there at the bottom where it burned out, probably on this side, where you can see right there where it burned it out. So it was burning through that 3/8 plate really easy. So I turned it down, and I turned it down to 80, and that's what I welded the last of it up on 80, and it did alright. Only thing I'm having an issue with, and y'all, somebody out there that's a good welder can tell me what I'm doing, is my puddle as I'm welding, it's about this big, and I mean it cools off just instantly. And so if I get too fast, I start seeing where I miss spots. I'm wondering how I can get that puddle to last longer. Is it the amps? Am I going too fast? I've slowed way down. It just ain't doing like I want it to. I don't know why. I know I need a bunch more practice, but I'm gonna get some practice on this thing. I'm gonna have it dialed in before I go to doing any major metal fab. I wanna get better at welding, and I'd like to see a little more welds that look like that, look at least that good, and not like that. But you know, I mean, it's pretty crappy. But I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me what's going on. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't.